Welcome to the Knowledge Institute. Today we are going to talk about genetics. Have you ever wondered why do you have similar features as your parents? Well, that is because of genetics. What is genetics? Genetics is the study of how traits are passed from parents to offsprings in the form of genes. What does that mean? Children inherit their biological parents' genes that express specific traits such as some physical characteristics, natural talent, and genetic disorders. For example, under physical characteristics, we can take eye color and the form of hair, and same applies to natural talent as well as genetic disorders. Who is behind this genetics? Well, it is Gregor Mendel, the father of modern genetics. He was an Austrian monk in the mid-1800s. He did many experiments with pea plants. What are the experiments carried out using pea plants? After the parent plant being crossed, what traits or simply what features do the baby plants get that are similar to their parents? Few characters of pea plants are taken into consideration, such as seed shape, seed color, flower color, pod shape, pod color, flower position, and stem height. Each of these characters have two different form of traits. Under seed shape, we have round shape and wrinkle shape. Under seed color, we have yellow seeds and green seeds. Under flower color, we have purple flowers and white flowers. Under pod shape, we have inflated pods and constricted pods. Under pod color, we have yellow pods and green pods. Under flower position, the flower being axially or terminally. Under stem height, whether the plant is tall or short. Each of these traits are categorized under dominant or recessive. What is dominant? Dominant traits are those that are inherited unchanged in a hybridization, which means the dominant traits are the traits that are shown physically to the outside world. The traits that are marked in red are dominant traits. Seed color being yellow, seed shape being round, flower color being dominant, pod shape being inflated, pod color being green, flower position being axial, and stem height being tall. All of these traits are dominant traits. And the recessive ones are the traits that are hidden within the individual and will reappear during the progeny of the hybriding offsprings. Now, where are these genes found in our body? Genes are found on tiny spaghetti-like structures called chromosomes. And where are these chromosomes? These chromosomes are found inside the cell. Your body is made of billions of cells, and cells are the very small unit that make up all living things. What are chromosomes? A structure found within the nucleus of the cell. A chromosome made up of protein and DNA organized into genes. Each cell normally contains 23 pairs of chromosomes. How are the characters inherited? Parents pass on their traits or characteristics such as eye color, blood type to their children through their genes. Some health conditions and diseases can be passed on genetically too. They are called genetic disorders. Sometimes one characteristic has many different forms. There are several methods we can use to show how traits are passed from one generation to the other generation. The first one being the genetic cross. The chromosomes are grouped into two types of inheritance, as homozygous chromosomes and heterozygous chromosomes. Under homozygous chromosome, the chromosome contains the same trait, that being either dominant or recessive. Under heterozygous chromosome, both traits are different, one trait being dominant and the other trait being recessive. In this diagram, you can see how the traits are passed from the parents to the offsprings. The second method being the Punnett square. The Punnett square is a square diagram that is used to predict the genotype of a particular cross or breeding experiment. Mainly, the Punnett square is used for breeding experiments that has multiple traits. Another way to show the genetic cross is through pedigree chart. A pedigree chart displays a family tree and shows the members of the family who are affected by the genetic trait. This method is used to identify and organize genetically transmitted diseases. Now, why do we have to know about genetics, or what are the benefits of genetics? Genetic counseling allows you to understand your family and medical history and assess your risks. Understand the medical aspects and transmission and possible implications of diseases. Find out what genetic tests are available. Like and subscribe for more updates.